Hello again, I'm Gho-Paranorma. Welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, then welcome. I love making videos about paranormal encounters, unexplained phenomena, haunted history, and everything spooky. In my last video, we explored the Marshall House Hotel in Savannah, Georgia, one of the most haunted hotels in the USA. In today's video, we are going to travel to a different continent and get to know about the hauntings of the Langham Hotel in London. London, a city rich in history, famed for its grand architecture, bustling streets, and countless chilling ghost stories. Among the most whispered tales passed down through time is that of the iconic Langham Hotel. Constructed in 1865, the hotel boasts nearly 500 rooms and suites. And with such a vast space and long history, it's no surprise that it has become one of the most haunted locations in the city. Here's a brief history of the Langham Hotel. The Langham, London opened its doors on June 10, 1865, and earned recognition as Europe's very first grand hotel. Its grand opening was attended by the Prince of Wales and many members of Victorian high society. By the 1870s and 1880s, the Langham had revolutionized the luxury experience, offering modern innovations like electric lighting, hydraulic lifts, and air conditioning. It attracted royalty, artists, and musicians from across the world. Even Emperor Louis Napoleon III spent a significant portion of his exile from France at the Langham. In 1879, Charles Dickens wrote in his Guide to London that the Langham charged 14.6d, roughly 72.5p, for a full day's board, calling it the most expensive meal in London, yet the best location for grand gatherings. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle was also a frequent guest and even used the hotel as a setting in several Sherlock Holmes stories. In the 1950s and 60s, the BBC acquired the hotel and transformed sections of it into office spaces. From here, they broadcast the radio show Grand Hotel, featuring the calming melodies of the Palm Court Orchestra. But beneath all the elegance, a darker history lingers. The haunted reputation of the Langham Hotel is well known. The Langham Hotel is often dubbed London's most haunted hotel, with room 333 being the epicenter of its supernatural activity. Guests and staff alike have reported the ghostly apparition of a Victorian man in a grey suit with a cravat, believed to be a doctor who murdered his wife during their honeymoon before ending his own life. Other ghosts allegedly include the spirit of Napoleon III, who still wanders the basement, and a German prince, who reportedly jumped to his death from a fourth-floor window just before World War I. Many say his strong military-clad figure can be seen walking through doors and walls, usually during the early hours of the morning. His presence is often accompanied by a sharp drop in temperature and an overwhelming sense of sorrow. There are different newspaper reports about the haunted experiences at the hotel first. BBC journalist in 1970s, a BBC announcer staying at the Langham claimed he was awoken by a glowing orb, which then transformed into a legless man dressed in Victorian attire. The figure slowly moved toward the announcer, arms outstretched, with hollow eyes. Frightened, the journalist ran to his colleagues for help. Upon returning to the room with another staff member, the ghost remained visible, though dimmer and seemingly less threatening. Slowly, it faded away. Other BBC employees also reported seeing this same figure, though only during October. Another scary experience at the hotel was shared by cricketer Stuart Broad in 2014. According to the newspapers, during England's cricket tour in 2014, bowler Stuart Broad experienced something strange. He said, "It was so hot in the room I just couldn't sleep. All of a sudden, the taps in the bathroom came on for no reason. I turned the lights on, and the taps turned themselves off. Then, when I turned the lights off again, the taps came on. It was very weird." Broad requested to switch rooms. His girlfriend was spooked, and Moeen Ali's wife refused to stay at the hotel. Even Ben Stokes reportedly had trouble sleeping, especially since the third floor, where most activity occurs, was his assigned floor. Here is what we know about the most haunted room at the Langham Hotel. Room 333 is notorious. The spirit of a grey-haired Victorian man is often seen here, believed to be the same doctor who murdered his wife before taking his own life. Whether this occurred on their wedding night or anniversary is uncertain, but every version agrees on one thing. The room becomes particularly active in October, when the spirit is said to make his annual appearance. As mentioned earlier, too, During his exile, Napoleon III found comfort in the Langham. Now, guests and staff claim his spirit lingers in the basement, haunting the very walls that once housed him in life. Numerous ghost hunters have investigated the Langham. Some leave empty-handed. Others leave with terrifying stories. One YouTube team, Sam and Colby, stayed in room 333. They reported the bed shaking, fluctuating room temperatures, and EMF spikes, especially near the bathroom mirror. Other eerie sightings include sudden, unexplained drops in temperature, a phantom butler walking the hallways, a man with a gap in his face, shaking beds. Hotel staff also report guests checking out early, often after experiencing cold drafts, hushed whispers, or the feeling of being watched in empty corridors. The Langham Hotel remains one of London's grandest hotels. But behind its polished walls and timeless charm lies a shadowed history, one that refuses to be forgotten. Would you dare spend a night in room 333, knowing you might wake to find a ghostly visitor at your bedside? Or stroll the corridors where the past still lingers in the silence? If you enjoyed this ghostly journey into the Langham Hotel, let us know in the comments. Would you be brave enough to stay there? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more haunted history and true ghost stories from around the world.